Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here, and welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on my channel. Today we are back with the finale of Season 1 of my F1 2016 career mode with McLaren. If you do enjoy this finale, please make sure to drop a like on it, that'd be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you are new to my channel as well. And yeah, currently this is how the situation is. We are 16 points clear of Lewis Hamilton coming into this final event. To win the World Championship, as you can see, there's the driver's standings on your screen there. We need to finish 5th or above. If we can finish 5th or above in this Grand Prix, we will be crowned World Drivers' Champions for this season. If we do not finish 5th and above, and we finish lower than 5th, and Lewis Hamilton comes through and wins the Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton will be crowned the 4-time World Champion. So everything is on the line here in this title decider, and it's going to get serious. So getting straight into things, we're starting off with the practice sessions, and we're doing the track acclimatization test. And as you can see, coming round the final corner here, we get a green there, but overall, the track itself, we got ourselves a purple, which is lovely. Then next up, we've got the tyre wear test, and as you can see, we're going to come through and set, I believe, a green lap here, but we did already set a purple lap in there, so we do get the 45 points to give us the 50 resource points. And then we come across the line here on the track, the qualifying simulation run, and we come through and we get ourselves the target there and the maximum resource points coming our way. However, I was not feeling comfortable here in Abu Dhabi. Unfortunately, it felt like another Mexico to me. I wasn't comfortable with the circuit. I was struggling to get the pace going, but weirdly, for the final race of the season, I've got a new rival here. Emma comes along and she says, look, you absolutely smashed Lewis Hamilton, you're a legend. Let's go and give you another rival. So I was like, alright, who have you got for me, Emma? Who do you want me to have? And she gives me Nico Rosberg again. So basically, we've got to rival Rosberg again. And of course, we've already lost 5 times to Nico Rosberg. So that's very nice indeed. And then Emma, even though she's over there walking towards the exit doors, she still has time to send us a voicemail. She could have just told us that when she was giving us a new rival. She could be like, oh yeah, by the way, here's your session goals. But no, she was just like, I'm just going to walk off. You can just listen to the voicemail. But anyway, we're going to be getting into qualifying. And as you can see, you can tell I'm struggling because I only managed to qualify all the way down in 16th. Nearly getting knocked out in Q1 with the McLaren car. Didn't like the circuit at all. Just didn't suit me at all. And we get into Q2. Vettel there with a very quick lap indeed. We come around the final corner now. I was trying to give it absolutely everything I could. And there you can see we put the car onto P4. But unfortunately, that's not enough to get us through into qualifying 3. We're going to be starting P11 for this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, so it's not going to be an easy race. An easy race at all for us. A bit of a really bad result. I just didn't get the grip, didn't get the grips with the car, didn't get the setup, I don't think, right, or whatever. But as you can see with the rivalry with Nico Rosberg, he completely outclasses us in every single category, and we lose that. And Emma's going to give us the session goals, of course, for this finale. And she's going to tell us that we need to finish, I think she says 6th and above, something like that, which is a bit dumb because that won't win us the World Championship. Anyway, guys, the stakes are set. We've got to finish 5th or above to win this championship. Let's get into the race for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
It's twilight here in the United Arab Emirates, and twilight also on another Formula One season. It's been a captivating story throughout the year, but will we see one final dramatic twist before the end? The drivers will be racing here on Yas Island today through 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are plenty of opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, at turns 8 and at turn 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps to come. Alongside me for one final time this season, it's Anthony Davidson. What a year it's been, Ant. It's been an absolute pleasure. And now, how are you feeling ahead of lights out tonight?
Well, it's been a breathtaking year of F1 action, and there's one more sting in the tail to come here tonight, I reckon. We've been all around the world, but there's still everything to fight for, and what an occasion it is as well. There's a real sense of anticipation every time we come here to Abu Dhabi, and and here's hoping it's a fitting end to a very special season.
There's still a chance we can win this championship, so go out there and bring back the title.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Nico Rosberg is on pole position today after coming out on top of a difficult qualifying, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Lewis Hamilton and Ricciardo, Bottas, Gutierrez, Button and Pascal Wehrlein, and McLaren, Perez, Nico Hülkenberg and Grosjean, Haryanto, Magnussen, Jolyon Palmer and Carlos Sainz, Massa and Kvyat, Felipe Nasser and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Alright then guys, as you can see we are on the grid here for the finale of the F1 2016 season. Season 1, and we'll be starting the formation lap, and of course, like I've said before, we start in 11th position. If Hamilton wins this Grand Prix, we've just got to gain 6 places, so we need to finish in 5th. Doesn't seem like a hard target, but the fact is that I've struggled around this Yas Marina circuit, that it may make my life a lot more difficult. But as you can see then, we're just going to be going on with the formation lap. Don't worry, like I always do, you won't be able to see the rest of the formation lap, just a little bit of it. But as you can see, we are now going towards the 5 red lights for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The lights are on, and now the lights are out for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We get underway. Poor start from Gutierrez. He holds up Wehrlein, and Jenson Button gets a bad start, making up 3 places straight away. Going down the inside now of Daniel Ricciardo and Valtteri Bottas, clearing them two with great ease there, and we get everything done. The yellow flag and a virtual safety car to start things off. Sergio Perez is out of the race. So Sergio Perez has had an accident somewhere on the circuit, and a virtual safety car. If that was the case, I would have so happily wanted an actual real safety car, because then it probably would have come in at the end of lap 4, and we could have made that strategical little cheat basically, and go on to a set of the super soft tyres straight away. But unfortunately, it's only a virtual safety car, so it's only going to be out for about half a lap or so. Yeah, unfortunately, Sergio Perez's Grand Prix, or his season, is going to end badly. And let's get a replay and see what happened at the start, because there was a bit of controversy and a bit of explosions. So as you can see, Rosberg and Ricciardo, the front 5 get away, the top 5 get away quite nicely. I make a move down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, and as Ricciardo takes the line, Bottas gets clipped by Ricciardo, and he clips Owen, goes into Perez. It was like a domino effect, that was. And we're going to get a look from Perez's point of view. So Ricciardo forces Bottas wide. Bottas clips Ricciardo, gets back on the circuit, clips the Manor, spins the Williams, and then goes straight into the Force India, and the Force India is out of the race. So all complete chaos there at the start of this race, and unfortunately it's ended Sergio Perez's race, and that's the end of his season. Not a great season for him at all there. Force India have definitely struggled in my career mode, unfortunately. But as you can see, the virtual safety car is now ending, and as you can see, I'm getting right up Hamilton's gearbox, because if I can go faster than the Delta says, then we can gain a little bit of time cheekily. And as you can see, we have managed to do that perfectly here, going round the outside of Hamilton, Raikkonen and Vettel all there as well, and we're going to make easy moves in easy places straight away here. And we go down the inside of Max Verstappen, but we completely mess up our braking, and we outbrake ourselves, but Verstappen holds on in there, and then eventually he backs out of it. So even though we completely locked up the brakes there, it didn't make a single difference. We managed to get through. Verstappen up into, we are now up into 2nd place, and we've got a very good buffer. And the fact is, the crucial fact is we're now in front of Lewis Hamilton. So if Hamilton's got any chance of winning this Grand Prix, or winning the championship, he's got to get past the 2 Ferraris, Verstappen, me, and then he's got to get past Nico Rosberg, and he's going to have to hope that I drop down to lower than 5th and finish 6th in this race. So at the moment, as we finish the first lap of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Rosberg sets the fastest lap. We come through, it's advantage me in this Grand Prix, and guess what? It's going even better. Lap 4, and we're now pushing on Nico Rosberg. The race pace was there for some reason on these ultra soft tyres. I had some pace, and we're breaking down into the chicane sector. Fastest first sector of anybody in the race so far. We've got some pace, and we're feeling like we can do something here. And now, as you can see, we're looking at Nico Rosberg here from a different camera angle, and the DRS is going to be activated. There it is. There goes our front wing. We've now got a cheeky little letterbox on our rear wing, and we've got some serious straight line speed coming towards this difficult hairpin corner now, down the inside of Nico Rosberg. We make the move stick there on Nico Rosberg. A fantastic move by myself. There's the Ferrari just behind there. I think that's Kimi Raikkonen, I want to say, but don't put a bet on it. I think it's actually Sebastian Vettel. But as you can see now, Nico Rosberg's going to get a bite of the cherry. He's going to have a go with DRS. So he goes to the right-hand side of the circuit, but he's going to have to settle that back down in second place, and we make the move stick and into the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Everything's just going our way, and at the moment Lewis Hamilton will fail to win his 4th World Championship. You can see Rosberg getting some brilliant traction there, but it's not going to help him out as we go through this little section here. Rosberg will have to succumb to losing the position, and we will take the lead of this race. And we just need to see how far we can go now. We just need to see how far these tyres can last, and then jump on those super softs and go from there. But we're skipping ahead now to lap 5 of the Grand Prix, and Nico Rosberg pitted on the end of the previous lap, the previous clip you would have seen us coming through here. So he pitted on the end of that lap. We stayed out a lap longer because that's just our strategy. My engineers have been a bit strange with strategies in these final few races, but of course I do put trust in the engineers because I do think that we can still benefit from this. We're going to have slightly fresher super soft tyres come the end of the race to attack Nico Rosberg with, so hopefully we can do that. As we're coming into the pits now for what is going to be our one and only stop in this Grand Prix, and hopefully we can come through and get a nice clean pit stop, get a clean everything, and just get out and just go and kick some balls. So we come out of the pit stop there, nice and clean, nice and cool, everything fine there. And coming around the unique tunnel exit, which weirdly, ever since this track was introduced in, I believe, 2009, nobody has ever crashed in that pit lane tunnel, which I'm super shocked about. I thought someone would have done that before, but as you can see, then we're coming out of the pits, and Rosberg there exiting the chicanes. You can see him in front of us. He's our rival now. He leapfrogged us with the undercut, but we just need to keep pressing onwards. And we skip ahead to lap 8 of the Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is out of the race, and that's actually extremely, extremely crucial. As you remember, we are 1 point behind Red Bull in the in constructor standings, and there it is. It's an engine failure for Red Bull, so a bad end to the season for Max Verstappen. But that is absolutely crucial in terms of our fight with Red Bull in the constructor standings, because we're just a point back. But unfortunately, skipping to lap 11, Nico Rosberg has pulled away. You can see him going through the hairpin. He's built a gap. These super soft tyres are feeling bad for me, unfortunately. The tyres starting to wear off, and my lack of pace that I found all through practice and qualifying in Abu Dhabi is now reflecting in the race, and Sebastian Vettel feels like second place is up for grabs. So he goes to the left-hand side of the circuit because he took the inside lines of the hairpins. Unfortunately, I had some understeer. Opens the DRS, so I decided to just stick in the rear wing of Sebastian Vettel. I moved to the left-hand side of the circuit, but again, Vettel with such good speed in his car, we brake nice and late down the inside of Sebastian Vettel there, making that move stick, but Vettel stays with it. He goes onto the curb there and completely whacks us off the circuit, which is a really, really rude move, I thought, from Vettel there. I gave him the space to go around the inside into the second part of the chicane. He hit the giant sausage curb on the chicane. It launched his car and it went smashing into ours, forcing us off the circuit. And unfortunately, we just can't defend the position. The tyres aren't good, and I literally probably am one of the slowest drivers on the circuit right now. And we're skipping ahead to lap 13 of the Grand Prix. We've got 2 laps to go, and guess who's behind me? My title rival, Lewis Hamilton. And for pride, I'm going to try my best to stay in front of him. So here we go, going down the long back straight. Lewis Hamilton is going to move to the left-hand side of the circuit. There he is, opens the letterbox of the DRS there, and he makes the position stick. There you go, I tuck right in the slipstream of Hamilton, and I'm going to do the same things I did on Vettel and hope that Hamilton isn't a pleb like Vettel is. So I go down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. I decide to give the space to Lewis Hamilton. You can see it there. Hamilton then decides to do it quite cautiously, and he does it properly. And now it's a straight drag between me and Lewis Hamilton. We're coming charging through here, this is literally us. We are title rivals going for it here. And then down the inside into this left-hander. We get the move on Lewis Hamilton, and we manage to maintain 3rd place in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I'm not leaving anything for chances here. Even if Lewis Hamilton overtakes me, I will still win the World Championship. But I thought for pride, I might as well try and stay in front of him. Lap 14, final lap of the Grand Prix. Got a couple of cars behind me now. I've got me, Hamilton, Raikkonen and Ricciardo. All fancy a little bit of a fun time with me. They fancy getting some position. So here we go. Long back straight in this McLaren Honda car. You kind of know the drill by now. Hamilton, left-hand side of the circuit. DRS wide open. Storm straight past us. Jump in the slipstream. Move to the left-hand side of the circuit. And then power past him like this. Down the inside. Hamilton left for dust. He now has to fend off Kimi Raikkonen, and we get through nice and comfortably, and that's what happens. However, there's still another DRS zone. Hamilton and Raikkonen will be going for a straight drag. You can see all 3 of them open the DRS, and Raikkonen forcing Hamilton super wide there, nearly causing an incident. You can see them all closing up on me. Lewis Hamilton is going to try and make a move on us. We go late on the braking. Hamilton hits our car. We have to go off the circuit because Hamilton hit the rear of my car. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good replay angle that, but he hit the car. I lost the rear end. I had to go off the circuit. But you can see how badly worn my tyres are. Literally, if we were driving for another lap, I think my tyres would explode. I'm literally doing a drive till my tyres explode challenge right now. But as you can see, we're coming round these final few corners. Just a couple more corners to go. Nico Rosberg picks up another win. That's a hat-trick of wins for Nico Rosberg. But guys, it's going to happen. Second to last corner, braking nice and early. And as you can see, my tyres are completely gone now. Round the final corner. It's going to be third place, but we beat Lewis Hamilton. And we have gone through and taken the Drivers' Standings, or the Drivers' Championship, for McLaren Honda. Get in there.
Congratulations.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula One World Champion.
Well, there you go, guys. That was the little celebration there with myself doing the donuts. But yeah, we did the goal that we set out to achieve. We set out in a career mode path to be McLaren Honda. The objective was simple: bring the title back to McLaren. It hasn't been there since Lewis Hamilton's title reign in 2008. It's been a long, difficult journey for McLaren Honda. We signed up for McLaren Honda and we said to them, look, you give me the car, you give me the upgrades, you give me the R&D points, you give it all, I'll give it to you on the circuit. And that's exactly what we've done. We are world champions for 2016. Rosberg picks up a hat-trick of wins, so he kind of wins gets the final blow. But we get the podium, and Lewis Hamilton will be bitterly disappointed to lose out in this career mode. But guys, if you have enjoyed this career mode, smash a like on the video. It would be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you are new to my channel as well. Yes, I will be doing a Season 2, which you'll see at the end of this video. Whether the uploads will be as quick as these ones, I doubt it very much. Maybe to start with, but then when new games start coming out, I'll be putting priority against them. Because I think people will eventually start getting bored of my F1 content. If you don't, then, well, you're a legend, basically. But there is the final standings there. Hamilton finishing behind us. We win the Drivers' Standings, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy that we managed to do it. We beat the Mercedes team, and we stopped their dominance once and for all in Formula 1, because they just dominated the whole time. And into the Constructors' Standings, we did beat Red Bull. Our result was good enough to beat Red Bull in the Constructors fight, so we got third in the Constructors, which is a very, very nice result indeed. Super happy with that. And overall, it's been an amazing season for McLaren, and you can see the resource points stacking up here as we, you know, just celebrate our amazing victory here, and some more for being the first driver bonus. And you know, you get the drill of these resource points now. In the rivalry update, I believe Rosberg beat us in literally every category. Nearly beat us in every category. But then, as you can see here, we managed to get ourselves back up to number 10 in terms of like the driver position there. So everything's fine in that sense. And career score, we don't really need to care about that. And as you can see at the end of the season, they congratulated me for finishing first in the driver's standings and claiming third in the constructor's standings, followed with my points and Jensen's points. The team are very pleased, and they hope for more in the future from McLaren Honda. But it's contract time, boys. It's contract time. Or ladies and gentlemen, should I say. And Emma's got a couple of deals for us. And let's see what she wants. Let's see who's offering some positions. So we've got stay at McLaren Honda as first driver, move to Mercedes as the second driver, move to Ferrari as the second driver, or move to Williams as the second driver. Now, I was thinking carefully about this one. I've done the objective at McLaren. There's no more I can do at McLaren. I've done that. And that was the purpose of this career mode. However, because I've done that, I decided not to stay there, funnily enough. I actually decided to move teams and go to, weirdly, I decided to go to my favourite team in Formula 1. And you'll probably think it's because they win all the races. But yeah, they do. I was thinking about this for a very long time, but I thought, I've achieved the goals at McLaren. Let me go to a better team, and it'll be a lot more difficult. So there it is, guys. I signed for Mercedes. I'm going to be partnered alongside my favourite driver in Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton. And next season's going to be a challenge, because Mercedes are the best team on the grid. Now, they're going to really be setting me some difficult goals, and it's going to make the championship a lot more difficult. But guys, I've signed for Mercedes. It's done and dusted. I'll see you guys for Season 2. Take care. Peace.